Joining me right now is I-1 World Grand Prix champion Amir Naseri. What's going on, Amir?
Hey man, how you doing?
Good, good. I know you're in Phuket training for your upcoming fight against Saenchai, but before we get into all of your, the fight, let's talk about where and when you got your Muay Thai journey started.
Right. So I grew up in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia, and that's where I picked up Muay Thai. I started training at the early age. I started when I was 14 years old. Started training in 2005 in Kuala Lumpur, and then I think it was in 2009 where I had my first professional fight, and yeah, that's where I started and been fighting since. And yeah, I started fighting in the international scene, I think, since 2012. um, I didn't fight many times in a year, but I did always try to get good fights in, and try to work my way up by fighting quality opponents. So it's always an underdog, and uh, just like this fight, but of course this one's different than every other fight. This is the biggest fight of my career, so yeah, and here I am. It's been a long journey since 2005, now 2018. It's been like 13 years, so I feel good, man. I'm ready to go.
Who was the person that saw you and said, "Hey, you got the talent to go far in this sport," and they pushed you to become a professional?
Well, to be honest, it was my first coach. In 2005, I started in a gym called Cambiz in Kuala Lumpur. Um, Coach was a great fighter as well. He fought in many tournaments in K1 in Japan. Initially, I never thought about fighting. I just started training for fun. But he was the person who actually told me, "Look, I think you got the talent to fight, and you should give it a go." And he pushed me forward. He got me my first fight, and then instantly when I had my first fight, I fell in love with it, and I wanted to fight more and more. So yeah, it's all thanks to him, really. If it wasn't because of him, I wouldn't have started this. But every fight just made me more confident, and made me realize that this is really what I want to do. And yeah, it's just one fight to another, and yeah, here we are.
What exactly about Muay Thai made you become addicted to the sport?
Honestly, it's just a journey, really. It's a journey of putting in hard work, uh, suffering during training, and making sacrifices, and you know going into a war. It's a mental war. Your biggest opponent is yourself. Like, you're constantly fighting in your head and telling yourself to come on, go forward. You worked hard, you trained hard. It all comes down to this. And to have your hands raised at the fight, it's just the best feeling in the world. So I think it's that really makes you addicted to it. It's so addictive, just having your hands raised and seeing all the hard work pay off. Is It's just a feeling that can't really be explained. You just have to experience it. I mean, every fighter knows how that feels. So um, yeah,
You
it's
love the
amazing.
struggle, basically.
Yeah, not the struggle, to be honest. No, I don't enjoy the torture, but I enjoy what you get out of it. I enjoy how it pays off. Hard work does pay off. A lot of people say it's talent. Yeah, you could have talent, but without hard work, like, talent means nothing. Hard work does overcome talent, I think.
For
It does.
sure. When did
Yeah.
you first decide to travel over to Thailand and study the art?
Uh, well, to be honest, at a young age when I started fighting in Malaysia, I started fighting like really experienced opponents. Like, I think on my fifth or sixth fight, I defeated like the national team captain, and I thought that I'm on that really good level. But I think maybe when I had like my eighth or ninth fight, it was when I like faced a legit Thai opponent who was very technical, and he just kind of outclassed me in the clinch and in the Thai game. And that's when I knew that I've got a long way to go and I've got so much to learn. And that's when I decided to move to, like, start going to Thailand to, actually learn all those techniques and, the clinch work and everything. It was then that I actually realized I need to move. So I think, yeah, and that was like maybe early 2011 or 10, probably. Yeah, 11, I would say. Started going to Thailand, started to adapt more to that Thai style, and but I like to mix it up. My style, I don't know, you can't really say it's Thai style, you can't really say it's kickboxing style. I like to mix it up. I like to use a lot of kicks, punches, a lot of elbows. I like to clinch. So it's a very different style. It's very fast paced. I like to push forward. um yeah, it's a unique style, I would say.
Your upcoming fight at Thai Fight, you are facing the legend, the GOAT. How did you get this fight? How did this fight come together?
Well, actually, I was meant to fight him last December. Like, this fight, I've been wanting to fight Saenchai for a while now, but just a couple of things came up. The last one didn't work out due to some last minute issues we faced. So I had to pull out and they put someone else to fight him. So, this fight has been wanting to happen for a while, but it just kept getting pushed back. And so, yeah, like, the promoters got in touch with me and they're like, "Do you want to do it this time? It's in July, it's in Hatyai, and if you want, you can take it." And I was like, "Yeah, 100%. It's perfect time. Uh, it's I feel ready. I've been waiting for this for a long time." And I was like, "Perfect. I'll get to do a good fight camp in Tiger Muay Thai. It's my home gym in Thailand." And it's like, "Perfect. Yeah, let's do it." And I signed. I took the fight. Came here to Phuket, been training, everything's been going well. Yeah, just really looking forward to this fight, really.
Growing up as a kid, training and fighting, did you always expect to fight Saenchai eventually?
No, I never saw it coming. I never saw myself because for me it was a hobby. I never wanted to become a professional fighter. I never wanted to become a world champion. I never, it just happened. It just, one thing led to another, and here I came. Like, it was just because it was my passion. I was just following what I was really passionate about, and it brought me here. I didn't have any expectations to fight him. To be honest, if you asked me 10 years ago, would you ever fight Saenchai, I would think it's a joke. I would not take that seriously. But it's happening now, and mm, like, I'm really happy. Uh, it's great stuff.
How long have you been training for this fight, and who have you been preparing with?
Well, I started my fight camp. Well, I train regularly, but my fight camp started in early early June, first week of June. Came down to Tiger Muay Thai in Phuket and started training here. We've got some quality trainers that train me here. Got good training partners. Um yeah, just a couple of guys who are also training for other fights that I train with here. Good sparring partners. So just everyone's helping each other. Everyone's sparring, clinching together, and everyone's contributing to each other's training, which is great. Uh, and I also get really good conditioning classes here in Tiger Muay Thai, like our fitness programs and everything. It's great. And my weight cut, it was very smooth. I didn't have to cut much weight, to be honest. I walk around maybe six. Before I started the camp, maybe I was about 69.5 or something. And now I'm walking around 68. So cutting 2-3 kilos for the fight. It's just nothing really. So everything went very smooth, so far. Here we are in our final week. We're gonna kind of slow it down and start resting a little bit more, and so we are fully prepared by the time the fight comes.
what have you been focusing on to counter Saenchai's unique style?
For me, like I said, I like to go forward a lot, and I'm an aggressive fighter. So I think I'm just gonna really use my aggression, but also be careful at the same time. I don't want to be brawling, but I want to be taking the fight to him. Thing is, you see a lot of guys fight Saenchai, and they always sit back on the ropes, and they're kind of. I mean, he's a big name. I do understand that that will definitely affect a lot of fighters, but that's something that I don't want to do. I want to take the fight to him right away, push forward, and wear him out, and use a lot of leg kicks and elbows, and like just really go for it. I really want to knock him out, to be honest, and I'm gonna give it all I have. So it's either gonna be me or him who's gonna get knocked out. I'm not gonna go in and have a safe fight. This is my biggest opportunity to show the world what I'm capable of, and that's exactly what I'm gonna do. That's my game plan, is to put on a show that would wow everyone. So just go in and try to knock him out, really.
Do you think a lot of the guys before you that fought him, they gave him too much respect because he is a legend?
Yeah, I really think so. People just sit back and really let him pick up his pace and do what he wants to do. I mean, he's a big name, and he has all the experience in the world to play with you and, get you to play his game. But I mean, honestly, I'm gonna do my best not to let him do that to me. I'm just gonna push forward right away, put him under a lot of pressure, surprise him with my, you know, strikes, and just put him on the back foot and not really give him much time, because every time he gets time, he comes up with something crazy. All his jump kicks and all his tricky stuff that comes up. He's only able to do all that is because he gets a lot of time. If he doesn't have the time to do that, he really can't. I think. So yeah, that's the game plan, really.
Yeah, it seems like a lot of the other guys, when they fight him, the fight turns into an exhibition for Saenchai, not really an
Yeah,
actual fight. So sometimes when you watch it, you're thinking like, is this a fight or is this an exhibition? Because you can't tell anymore, because Saenchai is just, like you
exactly.
said, he's just dancing around and doing what he does. So I
Yeah.
understand
So
what you're trying to say.
yeah, so I'm just not gonna give him that time. I'm gonna take the fight to him right away and pressure him, and try to take control, or at least break his rhythm. Don't let him flow like that.
Do you have anything else planned for the rest of the year? Maybe another Grand Prix?
Well, I got another fight coming up in August in Spain. I'll be fighting on the 26th of August in the beautiful island of Tenerife in Spain. And then a couple of other fights that I'm talking to right now, like the promoters, not confirmed yet, but you might be able to see me also transit into MMA end of the year. So yeah, it's going to be a lot of exciting stuff. So don't be surprised to see me in the cage soon.
That was my next
Yeah,
question. I was going to ask you about MMA because you're still very young. You're only 24 years old, right?
26 this year.
Oh, 26.
26
Still,
this
you're
year.
very
Yeah.
young. You've had so many fights, in Muay Thai and K1. I was thinking like it's natural to kind of transition over to MMA. Why did you
Yeah,
decide?
I've been practicing a bit of like jiu-jitsu and wrestling here and there. Never really put much focus on it, but I do believe that I have a decent understanding of the ground game, and I believe that if I put in a good fight camp where I focus a lot on just take down defense, just control, being able to defend myself very well on the floor. I do believe that I could bring like really exciting striking in the MMA world and show them how you can really utilize like good Muay Thai, like stand-up striking in the MMA world.
Definitely, definitely. There's a lot of guys out there that come from the same background as you and are successful in MMA. due to those
Yeah.
reasons, being able to defend against takedowns and everything like that. So, well, we're going to be able to see you come against the legend Saenchai July 7th at Thai Fight. Man, it's going to be a crazy fight.
Yeah.
Thank you for your time, Amir, and good luck.
No
Because if you
problem.
beat him,
Pleasure.
it's internet will go crazy.
I know. Yeah, I'm gonna go crazy too. But seriously, I've put in the work, and I wouldn't be surprised if that happens. Really, been waiting for this opportunity for a long time. It's not gonna be easy, but anything's possible in the fight game. So, you know, it's gonna be very interesting to find out how it goes next week.
All right. Thank you, Amir, for your time, and good luck on your fight, man.
All right, man. Thanks a lot. Thanks for having me, and yeah, thank you so much. Peace.